Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the online classes now. Let's continue our lesson in history, the French Revolution. So in our previous class we have studied about the people from the rural areas. They picked up everything, whatever they could find, they picked up and they marched towards Paris. And on the way they attacked the fort Châteauix. Now what happened after that? Let's see now. As they were very angry with the king and the nobles and the ministers. So the people attacked Châteauix. Châteauix means forts. They attacked the forts. And the residents of the nobles or ministers, they burned down godowns. They burned down government offices. So lot of disturbance took place. They looted hoarded grain. Who hoarded the grain? The ministers, the landlords. They hoarded the grains. They looted, they means the people, the rural people who marched in great numbers. They looted, hoarded grain, burnt down documents, papers containing records of mayoral dues. Whatever dues people had to pay, the records were burnt down. People were very much angry with the system of government. The king, the ministers and the feudal systems. People were annoyed. So they burnt down the documents containing the records of dues, mayoral dues, which the people have to pay to the lords or the ministers. A large number of nobles, large number of ministers, nobles fled. Fled means ran away from their homes, fearing the anger of the people, fearing the fury of the people. In order to save their lives, the large number of nobles fled from homes. Some of them, or many of them, not some, many of them migrated. They migrated to neighboring countries. In order to save their lives, they migrated from their homes. Along with their family, they went to other countries, neighboring countries. And all their lands, the ministers had big pieces of land, big plots of land. All the lands were taken over by the people. Faced with the power of revolting subjects, faced with the power of the revolting subject. Revolting subject means the people. Subject means the citizen. The citizens were very much angry and the king has to face their anger, wrath. Louis XVI, King Louis XVI, the king of France, finally bowed down before the National Assembly. Finally, the king accepted the terms and conditions of the National Assembly. The National Assembly, we have learnt in our previous class, they formed just outside the Versailles in the tennis court, formed by the representative of the third class, that 600 members, representatives. That's the National Assembly. They drafted the constitution there. So the King Louis finally, King Louis XVI, finally bowed down before the National Assembly and accepted. He accepted the terms and conditions. The principle that his power from now on be checked by the constitution. So now he will have to govern according to the constitution, or he have to work or abide by the rule of the constitution. Now he bowed down, he accepted the conditions. Now from now on his powers will be checked by the constitution. Number 5, now the National Assembly became very strong. On the 4th of August 1789, the National Assembly passed a law. The Assembly passed a law. What was the law meant for? Abolishing removal of the feudal system of taxes. Feudal system of taxes. What does that mean? The first class and the second classes, they do not have to pay the tax. That was removed. a system of taxes. Only the third class or the third estate, they paid the taxes. Previously, according to the old system, the first class and second class, they were privileged, given privileges not to pay the tax. Now this was removed, abolishing feudal system of taxes. Abolished means removal. Member of the first and second states, member of the first and second class or the states must pay taxes. From now on, they have to pay the taxes. Brought equality before the constitution or before the law. All the people are equal, they have to pay the tax. Clergies, the priests, the clergy too were forced to give up privileges, benefit. Even clergies, they never used to pay the taxes. Now they were forced to give up that system. Now the clergies too have to pay the taxes. Tithes were removed. The taxes paid to the church and clergies and nobles were removed, and land owned by the churches. The churches also owned the land. The land owned by the churches were confiscated, were taken over by the government. What is the government? National Assembly. Now they became the government. So the land owned by the ministers and the nobles and the clergies and the church, they were confiscated. Everything became nationalized. So, to be continued, in our next class we will continue what happened further. So more things happen. So this much for today. We'll meet in the next class and continue our lesson. That's all for today. Go to the online portal every day. Do not miss your lessons. It doesn't take much time, as I have told you, very short, but you can remember things clearly. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next class.